Nice Friday morning. I don't know if you just saw it, but a hummingbird just zipped that away. I was too slow to get my phone up. I had one come over here, and he was literally right here where my finger is, staring at me. Talked to him for a minute, quietly trying to move my phone around so I could get him on video. And he went that way. And he came back. Another one just went up. They're going up this morning. I see them right through here. They go from those roadies over there. Oh well. Feeding's done. Except for some bales. We gotta feed 4 bales today. But since Ty didn't have Blakely this morning, because Brooke and Matt don't work Fridays generally, yeah, she's an hour and a half later than she's been all week. So, find something else to do for a little bit. And I'm not going to feed them by myself. Too much of a pain in the butt. Easier to set her over that fence down there than it is for me to climb over it. Of course, she can climb over it too. Told her how to shut the power off. And my phone's vibrating because Tylynn, Becky, and Brooke are on a group text. Brooke sent a video of Blakely in her walker this morning playing, and then sent a deal. Her Amazon that she was supposed to apparently get maybe today isn't going to be here for another week. Crazy. Of course, she sends those videos in text, and videos in text aren't worth it. Yeah. A whole lot better on Messenger. You can actually see what you're looking at instead of a little tiny distorted out of focus. Anyway, so that's what's happening this morning. I'm just enjoying a few minutes here with my coffee. And I don't know if you heard that, but Yellow Jacket just buzzed right by my hand and by my face. Yeah, be nice to have a good cold winter and get rid of a bunch of them. But last year we got good and cold for a spell, and it didn't get rid of any of them. Little Rubbermaid cabinet there. That's going to go on top of the cabinet with all our manuals in it. That one. To beef things up, I'm going to mount a piece of plywood on top of here. And was going to do it years ago and never did. I want it to hang over. Keep dust from, can't just drop in. Do the same thing on that Rubbermaid cabinet. But I thought maybe I'll pull that out. Good thing I did. You don't see that from the outside because that's right where the hose reel is outside. Keep in mind, there's like a 1.5 foot drop, so that hose reel is literally at this height, but outside. Yeah. So, I guess I'm going to just kind of half close my eyes. Bad thing is it tucks behind the door. We used to use this door all the time. We don't anymore. Oh, I guess it doesn't tuck behind the door, just the hinges. Okay, we're good there. May as well clean that up too over here. So anyway, that kind of pisses me off. This piece is shot up into here. Anyway, and we're just gonna cut along here. However far over we're gonna go. Probably go to about here, I guess. See if I got a piece of plywood that'll fit in there. That's the bad thing when we built this, Not that plywood was overly expensive in 1982, but this shit was cheap and offered a little insulation. So it got painted on both sides and put up. That's kind of like using the old Furtex underneath the roof. It's awesome until it gets the tiniest little bit of moisture. Like right there. And there. So, anyway, like every freaking project, you know, figure, oh, a day or two we'll have this done. Oh, no. I really don't want to do that, but we got to do something. But I know the outside's been getting bad where that reel is because birds and critters have chewed on it a little bit. And there's nothing but powder next to the reel out there. And the bad thing is, to do it right, I guess we're going to take that door off. And really, like I say, we don't use that door anymore. The plan was, we've got an 18-foot garage door that'll go in that next bay down. Ground's nowhere near level enough for that, but the plan was frame it up, put the door on, keep some weather out, and then put a walk-through door right there. Because that hole is like 18.5 feet, 19 feet, something like that. Posts are on 20-foot centers, so by the time you put an 18-foot, and it's a full 18-foot, time you put an 18-foot garage door in, there's no room for a man door. So, like I say, the plan was a door there, and that's just never happened. You know, kind of like concrete in that next bay has never happened. Kind of like the stuff in that next bay still has some place to go before we can even concrete it. There are chunks of concrete where stuff is setting. We set chunks in there, figure we just concrete around them later. So anyway, looks like we have a construction project to do. Frickin' A. Yeah, that time again. These girls needed to get fed yesterday or day before, but, you know, kind of nicer today so far. And, of course, they had a little left, but their feeders would have been empty by tonight. They spent much time in there. That nice, beautiful job idea to cleaning that floor up. It looks like this in there now. They've been spending time out there, but a lot of time in here. So, yay, fun. Well, there's between 1,500 and 2,000 pounds of all different shapes and sizes of flat material. Haven't moved that out of the way yet. Haven't got those down yet either. That chunk, I think we figured it'll go on top of the cabinet. And that chunk there that's cut crooked anyway, I can get a big enough piece out of the wider part of that to go on top of that, protect it, and give us something to set stuff on. And that, I got to trim about 5.5 inches off the other end. And it's going to go where we're going to make our hole And she's waiting for me to get it cut so she can paint it. She's checking out her incisions.
This one's red.
This one's red. It's just upset. It's still healing. So yeah, what fun. Oh yeah.
Shit that I don't know that I was.
Yeah, she shouldn't be lifting heavy shit. And that 2x6 is going to go probably right where this is. And we can catch at least 2, probably 3 of the 2x4s on the other side to help support those. That's the plan. I didn't want to do any remodel today. Oh, and yay. 1 flathead, 2 1/4-inch legs. That's going to be a fun too, getting those lined back up so that they're all shutting in. Shit, there's a hole in all. Pile of shit on the ground. Damn. Well, that's the top piece for that cabinet. So you can put one more coat on that. That'll be the top of it. The bad thing is that piece laying outside. I just wanted to go there and excuse me. She's going to paint the one side. Then we'll put it in. Then she can paint this side in the morning. I really don't care. And it's probably going to go up with that one side wet. Like I told her, we can drill a couple screws into it for handles. And I was thinking that was 1/2-inch particle board. Oh, hell no. It's 5/8. So I set the little DeWalt saw to cut to 1/2 inch. And I couldn't get daylight anywhere. Then I got off on my cut. Yeah, everything went sideways. I got a whole bunch of little nails to pull. I still got some chunks stuck. Won't do it. Oh well, you can see where the top of it's going. There's still nails there with chunks of particle board stuck. Other than that, everything's clean, I think. And Ty just went to feed, so because it is that time of day. I told her I just want to get that one up. I don't give a shit. I really don't. It's been fun. Went through the stack of plywood I had, and the piece I wanted to use was already painted. I didn't care that it was an old sign and most of the paint was blue on it. Excuse me. All I cared was it was good. Yeah, the bottom of it was rotten, up about 4 or 5 inches, which might have been okay, but one edge was rotten up a little ways, and that's a full 4 foot wide. It's 4.5 tall. So that kind of put the kibosh on that one. Way to screw me up. So, anyway, waiting for her to throw some paint. I got to flip that over for her because she's going to paint the other side first. The side that's on top is going to be the inside. The other side's fairly clear, not a lot of knots, and this side's got a lot of knots, so keep the knots out of the weather, right? But yeah, I had to clean up and get some sawdust out of my eyes, clean those shelves off while I was there. I should show you all the good stuff here. I got a handful of 3/8 fine thread bolts, 1.25 inches, 1.5 long. They were laying here. Nails and fittings and stuff in there. This was my scrape it off into a box. And I'm not sure why this board is here. It's probably going to stay there, but this one I think is going to come off. Don't need that in the way. I really don't know why it's there. I mean, I know we put it there for some reason. Oh, I know why it was there. That's the old air system. Drop down, and here's where the, well, actually down here, those nails would have been bent over to hold it. There's where the coupler was. So yeah, lots of good stuff in here. All kinds of good stuff. All kinds of good stuff here too. Look, if you want it, we probably got it. And even more down below. Those old harrow teeth were on the edge of that 2x4, so they fell in when I pulled the board off. Oh yeah, we got dual bolts there for the International. Empty can there because, wait a minute, no, maybe that's not, no, it's not empty. Those are for the 30 or 2294. I'll figure it out. So yeah, I wish I got this here too. Oil can oil. There you go. That's how you mark that. old John Deere jug we used for the pump we had on the oil barrel years ago. Used to dribble all the time. Or no, I take that back. It's the swing spout when it sets, whatever's left in it dribbles out. And what we throw in there, or did throw in there, was what dribbled out into a coffee can. But I got to get this shit cleaned up. And I think when we're done, the edge of that cabinet will be here. So our air hoses will go over here. It just means I got to poke another hole in there. I don't know what happened there. There's a broke off nail. Oh, I know what happened there. One of the air hoses, one of the bolts wouldn't come loose, or one of the screws had broke it off. So that's what's right there. It's a broke off screw. See? Now you can see it. And yeah, we're just going to deal with the wave. So, fun times. Yeah, the hole's still there. It won't be for long. I'd rather have 2 coats of paint on that, but 1 coat's going to be what it gets. Because it's already that time. But I got screws in the edge of that narrow strip, so it's fastened back in good. And our hinge holes, they just clear the post, hopefully by enough. I drilled them out because they weren't going to hold a lag again. Those lags are pretty well screwed up. So when we go to put the door up, we'll get this plywood up and run a hole through it. Hope to God it's close enough. We'll run it from the outside in. It's got to play around these wires. They're right there, but they'll move out of the way enough. And really needs 2 3/4 inch bolts. All I got's 3 inch. If we need to, we'll throw a 5/16 washer on for a spacer. Stainless nylock, because that's what I got for nylocks, and I don't want those loosening up. Especially if we're going to start using that door again. So, there we go. And I suppose I probably should knock that off there. I was going to do that. It's just toenailed in. Might need that 2x4 for something. Who knows? Look at that. She just finished. Paint all over everywhere. Oh, yeah, that's going to get a second coat anyway. But we're going to try to get this closed up. And I am going to let the video edit while I'm doing that. Remember what I came over here for? That's what I came over here for. Very handy. That'll take that 2x4 right off. So, anyway, hope you all had a good Friday. Hope it was better than ours that turned to a Monday. And thanks for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. Oh, this comes out so hard, right? Oh, silverfish. That's always nice to see. Little bastards. Well, looks like it's going to be a 2-hand to finish that.